So hey, hello everyone, and I welcome you all to APJ Academy, where we are nurturing the young minds to become doctor and engineers, just like you will become doctor and engineers in the near future. So, are you all guys ready for today's sessions on Newton's laws of motion previous year question? So, in one shot, we are going to cover the complete topics, complete questions on Newton's laws of motion. So these are the agendas for today's class. First, I'll be discussing very important topics for you, which will be very important topics for the Newton's laws of motion. Then we will be coming to the previous year questions, and then there is surprise for all of you about the courses. So let's begin our journey. But before we begin, I want you to please like the session and please share this with your friends, right? And also rate the quality of broadcast which you are seeing. If everything seems to be fine, then do let us know that everything fine and give us the 10 star or the 10 rating. You can write this on the chat that everything fine. These lectures are very important for the students who are preparing for the NEET exam 2022. So let's begin our journey. Is everything fine? My name is Manoj. I am physics faculty on APJ Academy, and I'll be taking your physics classes there if you join our courses, paid courses. And previously I was associated with many renowned coaching institutes, and now I am with APJ Academy, and I'll be assisting you for your preparation for NEET. I guided more than lakhs of students in this journey, and more than 10,000 crack the entrance exam, which is NEET. Now, see here. This is the syllabus of NEET. This is the syllabus. This is syllabus of NEET, current syllabus for 2022. So if we see our syllabus, very simple. Means first you have to know about the force. You already know the push and pull. Inertia means resistance to the motion, right? Inertia is of two types: inertia of rest, inertia of motion. Next thing is the Newton's first law of motion. You already know that an object continues to be in state of rest or in motion unless compelled by an unbalanced force, right? This is, you already know. These things are like, you already know. Next one is the momentum. You already know, P is equals to mv. So what is there, sir, that we do not know? Everything you know. The only thing which is required now is practice. So second law of motion, you also know that second law of motion states that force is equals to mass into acceleration. Then what about impulse, sir? Impulse is nothing. When large force is acting on a very small for a very small time, then it is known as impulse. Impulse, I can classify that force is equals to dp by dt, and dp yani change in dp means change in momentum is equals to impulse, and that will be equals to f dot dt. Then there is Newton's third law of motion. Then there are laws of conservation of linear momentums and its applications. Then there are equilibrium of concurrent forces, static and kinetic friction, laws of friction, rolling friction, lubrications, why these are required. Then dynamics of uniform circular motion is here. Then centripetal force, and after that we will be studying the banking. So these are the only concepts. If I numbered them, these concepts, then around 13 to 15 concepts will be there if you count momentum as a separate concept, and if you count static and kinetic friction as separate, or even if you classify these rolling friction, lubrication separately, then the number of topics will increase. But certainly you have to complete all these topics so that you will be able to solve the questions. So let's move. I always say that winners and losers have same goal. Why? Because I believe that everyone has its goal, but they do not know that how to achieve that goal. For achieving the goal, you require the process, and I always want that you must be following the process rather than following the goal. if you are on the right track, if you are on the right process to achieve that goal, you will achieve your goal certainly. There is no exception. There is no exception. Hard work has no exception, right? You have to do the hard work, you have to follow the process, and the process is joining our classes daily or from anywhere, wherever you are studying. But on APJ Academy, we are providing free classes regularly. You can check our schedule there. Daily, alternate days. At alternated days, I am taking the class of physics at 7 p.m. So you can attend my lectures at 7 p.m. And for this, you just require to subscribe this. So subscribe this channel so that you won't miss our future updates. And please do share this with your friends. And one more thing, that APJ Academy is launching a full year course. What is this full year course? In this full year course, we are providing the study materials, we are providing the personal doubt solving sessions, we are providing the full length tests, assignments, DPPs, everything. We will be holding your hand till you become the doctors, right? So this is the best online course which you can ever imagine, because here we are having the personal doubt clearing sessions, because we at APJ Academy believe that every child is unique, and when every child is unique, they must have unique doubts, right? And these unique doubts must be cleared. So we are not only taking or providing you the classes, but we are also taking their personal doubts. So query solving sessions are there. Lessons will be 20 to 25 lessons will be there in a month, and these things you can buy them separately. This is finish, and now let's start our today's sessions on previous year question. So I hope that you all know. Yes, Shivam, if everything fine, you can mark this. You can send me the emojis. And I told you that there are very important topics. First one is the pulley. Second thing is the friction and the banking of road. So here it is. One question we are having. So here it is. The question says that a block A, so this is block A, and block B, okay, these are masses, are connected with massless and inextensible string. The whole system is suspended by a massless spring. So this is the spring, do not have any mass. The magnitude of the acceleration of A immediately, okay, immediately, acceleration of A and B after the string is cut. After the string is cut, we have to calculate the acceleration. Okay, if I cut the magnitude of the acceleration A and B when the string is cut, so this is string. So if we cut this string, then what will happen? I'll bring some scissor. If I'll bring some scissor and cut it down, the string, then the acceleration of B will be, the only force which is acting on B is the gravity, right? The only force which is acting on B is gravity. So the acceleration of B will be G only. I can cut these two options. So out of these options will be my answer. And now for calculating the acceleration of A, we have to do something, and that something will be, as I know that if I'll draw the free body diagram for A, then what will happen? The force acting downward, here, what it will be? It will be 3 mg, and the force acting upward, previously the force will be 4 mg. How many of you agree that previously the force will be 4 mg, because this mass was attached to the spring, and the spring takes some time to know that something is removed. So that must be the opposite force which is acting here. So the net force and the mass of this A block is 3 kg, right? 3 kg, 3 m. So I can say that F net is equals to mass into acceleration from the Newton's laws of motion, and the mass is 3m. So I can write this as 3ma. Right, I need to find out the acceleration. This F net is equals to mg, so it will be 3ma. I can remove this, so acceleration is equals to g by 3. So this B option is correct. And even when, if I was in the exam center, if I'll be attempting this paper and if I have to solve this question, then what I will do, I'll check that what will be the acceleration, because only these two options are available. First option is g by 3, because we have to calculate the acceleration of A. And when I'm talking about A, the mass of A is 3m, right? So I'll be, means if I'm taking the risk, then I'll mark the B only. But no problem, we know that how to solve it. I hope that this thing is clear. Is this clear, my dear? Let's move to the next question. And this is the next question. Question is very, very, very simple, very unique. One end of the string of length L is connected to a particle of mass m, and other with a small peg on a smooth horizontal table. So let's draw one table. So assume that we are having a table, and on this table we are having a string of length L. We are having a string of length L having mass m, and the other end is connected with a small peg on a horizontal. Okay, there is some mass, there is some peg. What is peg? There is peg. If the particle moves in a circle with speed v, the net force on the particle, okay, the particle is moving with speed v on a circle, the net force on the particle directed towards the center will be, T will represent the tension. Okay, it's very simple. Tension means when you are rotating any object, then what will be the force which is acting inward, right? The net force on the particle will be, the tension only when it is moving. I hope that these things are clear. The answer is tension only. Let's move with the next part. Here a rope is wound around a hollow cylinder of mass. Okay, we are given a hollow cylinder. So hollow cylinder is there, and the mass is 3 kg, and the radius is also given. Its radius is also given. Radius is 40 centimeter. You can convert this into meter. So R is equals to 40 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. What is the angular acceleration? So this is asking about the angular acceleration. So what is the angular acceleration? Okay. So angular acceleration is nothing but alpha of the cylinder if the rope is pulled. With the force of 30 Newton. Okay. Got it. Let's assume that we are having a table. Right. Let's assume if we are having a table. Now, if we are having a table, then you can consider that you put that hollow cylinder here. And a rope you roll the rope around the cylinder, and now you are pulling with the force of 30 Newton. So we know that in translational motion we have force is equals to mass into acceleration. In case of rotational motion we have torque in place of force. we have moment of inertia in place of mass, and we have acceleration alpha in place of a, normal acceleration. So here we need to find out the angular acceleration. So angular acceleration will be torque by alpha. It will be torque by moment of inertia, and moment of inertia is mr square, and we know that torque is nothing but r cross f. So I can write this is r cross f, and moment of inertia is mr square, right? This is mr square. So I can remove this r with this r, and this alpha will become f upon mr. This alpha will become f upon mr, and force you can write as 30, mass is 3 kg, and radius you can put as 40. I'm keeping 100 above, right, for changing. So this will become 10, this will become this, and 100 by 4 it will become 25. So 25 radian per second square is my alpha. Are you getting? So alpha is equals to 25 radian per second square is my alpha. So I hope that you are getting that how to solve this question. Here we have to use the circular motion, right? You can say that this is the rotational motion concept, but we had studied this in the circular as well. Is this thing fine for you? A rope is wound around a hollow cylinder of mass 3 kg and radius 40 centimeter. What is the angular acceleration of the cylinder if the rope is pulled with a force? So here we compare the translational motion with the rotational motion, and I hope that this thing must be clear to you. Okay, my dear friend, shall we move? If you really want to crack the entrance exam like NEET, you have to prepare and you have to solve the previous year questions, because these are very important. Without solving the previous year questions, it becomes very hard. It becomes very hard to get selected. Now, here we have another question. A spring of force constant K is cut into length of ratio 1:2:3. They are connected in series and the new force constant is K dash. If they are connected in parallel, the force constant is K double dash. Now, then K dash by K double dash is. So it's asking that you have a spring and you cutted this spring into 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we had cut this spring into 1:2:3, 1:2:3 ratio, and now we had connected these springs in series. They are connected in series. Okay, does this make any difference when we are connecting this in series? Do let me know. So this spring constant K dash is equal to something, and we have connected these in parallel as well. So that will be K double dash, and you have to calculate the K dash upon K double dash. So now tell me one question. If I am cutting these springs, in 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3. If I am cutting these springs in 3 equal parts, then what will happen? Will spring constant increase or decrease? And when I am joining these in series, then what will happen? Will the spring constant becomes the same or will it change? Do let me know what will happen. These questions are very important, because if you do not ask these questions, it will become a nightmare for you. Imagine that you are having a spring and you are cutting that spring into multiple parts. Then what will happen? Will cutting make the spring more difficult to stretch, or it becomes more easy for stretching? Do let me know. Do let me know. How you will be doing this question, Shivam? So Shivam is there. What will happen? What will happen? Please. Tell me. These are very important. You might have heard that how to add these, and what will happen when these are in parallel, what will happen when these are in series. Will they add, will they subtract, right? No. No issues, we will do that. But before this, I want you all to I want you all to know about that APJ Academy has launched its full year course. This is the first time when APJ Academy is launching its full year course, and that too with the personal doubt clearing session. Why personal doubt clearing session? Because we believe that every child is unique, and when every child is unique, their problem solving skills are unique. They might struck somewhere else, the other person might struck somewhere. So here on APJ Academy, we are providing you the assignments, DPPs as per your requirement. We will be providing you the crash course access, which is free of cost. We are providing you the question bank assignments. Each and everything will be provided by us. And when we are providing this, if you want to check our study materials at free of cost, you please join this Telegram channel, which is ALT NEET, where you will be getting the PDF materials, free classes, announcements, discounts, and prizes. There is no charge to join this Telegram channel, but there is very good advantages which is coming just for joining this Telegram channel. What are the advantages? Advantages are these. Other than these advantages, there are so many discounts and prizes which are going on, and you will be getting the full 1 year subscription at a very good price, which is 2990. Currently this price is going on. If you want to join, then please do let us know. And if you have a bunch of friends who wants regular doubt clearing sessions in a personal mode, then we are also having another plan for you. So please join our Telegram channel and do let us know that what you want. There are around 90 plus classes which we are providing, and the extension, we will extend these till your exam. So that is the thing which I want to discuss. Let's move. And we are starting again. Okay. Yes, we are ready. Let's move and solve some other questions. Here we are. Here we are. This is my best question. I believe that this question is very good. Here what you need to do is, is to find out a relation between, this is the banking question, and directly from NCRT. Directly from NCRT. If you know the formula, you can mark this correct. Immediately you can mark this correct. If you do not know, then it will take a lot of time. Come on, solve this question. Come on, buddy. You have to do this. The banking concept is there directly from NCRT. Do let me know what is the answer here. No one is able to solve this. What happened here? Even by if I am seeing this question, even by knowing the dimension, there is one thing I can mark this directly if I know the concept, right? And the other thing, if I know the dimensions, I can also use the concept of dimension. I can also use the concept of dimensions. As you know that you have to find out the velocity, right? You need to find out the velocity. Then the velocity will be, what is the unit of velocity, right? So these must be coming from here, right? Velocity must be coming from here. So if I am having this as gr, then I know that the acceleration unit is meter per second square, and the radius is meter. So when they come out, it will be meter per second. If they will come out, it won't. If they will come out, it won't. If they will come out, it will not. Even by looking out the dimensions, so there are two ways. Either you know the formula, or if you do not, even if you do not know the formula, you must be knowing what is the dimension of velocity. So the dimension of velocity is meter per second, and you can mark this question directly by knowing only this concept. Isn't it? Array, is it difficult question? Do. It's very simple question. Very simple, very simple. Right? Let's move and solve next question. I'll be taking some few very good questions for you all guys. Let's solve this question. Let's solve this question. So this question is for you. Very basic question. Very basic, very basic. Means this is the first step of Newton's laws of motion. Solve. Kindly solve. See, there are three blocks A, B, and C. So these are three blocks A, B, and C. Of mass is 4 kg. So I can write this as 4 kg. I can write this as 2 kg. I can write this 1 kg. So there are three masses are in contact with the on a frictionless surface as shown. If the force of 14 Newton, so we are applying a force of 14 Newton is applied on 4 kg, then the contact, they are asking about the contact force between A and B. So in these types of question, first and foremost thing what you need to do is finding the acceleration, and finding the acceleration is very simple. Just you need to know the net force divided by the total mass. The net force is 14. The total mass is 4 plus 2, 6, 7. So acceleration will be 2 meter per second square. When the acceleration is 2 meter per second square, then you can find out that what will be the force acting on this, right? The net force, as we know that the net force acting on this will be 14 minus the contact force Fc is equals to 4 into 2. So it will be 8. So it's 14 minus 8 is equals to Fc, and this is the answer which we were looking at. So 6 is the answer. I hope that these things are clear to you. And now, at the last, please subscribe APJ NEET channel, because we are providing the quality content at a very affordable rate. So please join our Telegram. And my classes are happening regularly for NEET at 7 p.m. So do not miss these classes, because these classes are very important. So please subscribe this channel. We are ending this class here only, and do subscribe. We will continue from here.